All right, so I'm going to teach you how to practically change your emotional state, get into a better emotional state. You know, depending on where you're at right now, maybe you feel some type of negative emotion or you interpret it in that way. The very first step is you need to uh, transcend the ego because the ego looks for attachment, the ego looks for certainty, the ego sees things as life or death. It's a survival mechanism. Obviously, whatever stage in your life you're at right now, you know, go through a breakup or you lose money or you lose an opportunity, job, anything like that. You know, down the line, you do eventually raise your consciousness and understand, you know, that was a part of my life that doesn't define me. That was just one part. It's going through the motions. But how to practically do that right away, understand you can't lose anything in this life because it was all freely given to you. Nothing was ever owned. You know, you get oxygen in your lungs every day. This is all a blessing just to be here. And you know, you lose money, you lose a relationship, or you're interpreting that way, you got to be the one who experienced that. You got to be the one who had money in their hands, who had a loving relationship, or had a great job or opportunity. But that doesn't mean you owned it. That doesn't mean you were attached to it. So once you start to zoom out and realize, you know, all these things that you're given, they're never truly yours, you can take a step back and understand, you know, if you had nothing tomorrow, you would have nothing to lose because your ego transcends everything, all the identities that you've built up. So once you start to detach from everything and you realize, you know, this is not my life, this is just one moment, it's passing by, you can then transmute that into a better perspective. You can renew the mind. So a way to do this is, you know, cultivating gratitude. People talk about this all the time, but it's really hard just to get in that gratitude feeling state. So what do you have to do? You have to move the body first. Get up. If you're laying down, if you're in bed, you need to lift the body up. You can put energy back in your body by clapping hard, by hitting your muscles, rubbing your chest or any of your body. Just start jumping around, get the energy back up, and then you can start to understand you are not your mind. So whatever thoughts are going on in your mind, you can cancel them out by just speaking. Speak to your mind, speak to your body, understand that you're the one in power. You decide the perspective on any event. The ego does not decide that. So you say, I'm so grateful to be living. I'm so grateful to have these opportunities to be able to experience this, to understand things. You start saying these things out loud, you start saying them with energy in your body and power, your mind will shift to that better emotional state where you're just grateful to be here. You're just simply blessed to have experienced this. So you're detaching from everything, you're zooming out, you're cultivating gratitude by actually moving the body, getting energy back into the body. Maybe you listen to music. Music is a huge one. Music has powers that can actually, put you in a better feeling state, but people don't use them intentionally. So you can listen to sad songs and you're only going to multiply your sad emotions. You can listen to classical music if you're just trying to calm the mind, no lyrics at all, or you can listen to an empowering song that actually resonates with you. Everyone has one of those songs that they listen to, gets them in a great space, like I'm the man, I'm that person, you know, I have everything that that I want in life and I can achieve so much more. I am empowered. So you can manipulate your emotions with music. That is a huge thing to do. And then that's pretty much transmuting it. And then you want to stay in that elevated emotion. So maybe next thing you do is maybe you go work out, maybe you go do something that brings you passion, like reading or writing or journaling or just talking to someone. But, you know, usually your intuition will give you a mental nudge on what to do next. But you need to feel the emotion fully, detach from the perspective that you're looking at it, and cultivate gratitude. You got to understand your mind is a programming machine so that you can have the power to program it. When it's in a bad state, those are your faulty, fake beliefs in your head that is trying to determine, you know, what's going on right now in this moment. You are not your thoughts. You are not your beliefs. You're what you choose to become. So become someone who's in a better state. How do you do that? You forcefully say it. I am great. I'm happy. I get to experience this. You say these things out loud, you know, with more conviction after you start to get energy back in your body, and it will change your state.